I'm the big dog at the welterweight division, and he gotta take a back seat and take that 60-40 or 70-30, wherever we give him.
If we fight, it's going to be either 70-30, 80-20. Was that?
Man, I was when I said
posturing or what was that?
When did I say that?
You know, that was.
Yeah, I said it on my girl Instagram. What's going? But I was playing. Hey, man, nobody taking no 80-20, 70-30. Yeah, I was playing. I was like, because I was like, it's gonna be 60-40, and I was like, yeah, he keep playing crazy. It's gonna be 70-30 or 80-20. But yeah, I was playing. I wasn't serious about that, man. Like, people can't take jokes.
I was fooling y'all. Those was jokes. Woo!
Man, sit your ass down.
Those type of guys, they don't be hitting the link, and you don't get those too much flack, man. They don't be hitting the link. Come explain that shit. How did he
gotta hit the link? They just, when they say stupid shit like that, you already know.
Hey, Levi Anthony, bro, you can come on. You come on and speak your truth. You say Bud, Duck, and Earl. I really want to hear how you come up with that.
I don't understand how these dudes. It's like these dudes are fans of men. They not fans of the sport. Because if you fans of the sport, you see with your own two eyes what the fuck has been going on.
He say Bud, Duck, and Earl. I really gotta hear what he got to
say. He has to join the Corner King.
Yeah. I dropped the link for him. So come on, Anthony, go ahead, man. Tell me what it is, man. Explain that to me, bro. I really want to hear how Bud been ducking Earl for 4 years. You know what I'm saying? So Levi Anthony done came on to the podcast. So now we gotta hear what Levi Anthony gotta say, because you say Bud been ducking Earl for 4 years. So if you could please explain that to me, good sir.
All right, I can elaborate on that. I ain't come on here. We ain't gonna do no hating. I don't hate or whatever. I just go. I go where the facts take me. So check this out. When Bud was undisputed, at 140 and whatnot. When he moved up to 146, well, Bud made a claim, right? He said, I've been calling those guys out since before I moved to 47. I've been calling those guys out, like basically Errol Spence and all that. Really, he was calling out Thurman and Pacquiao. He wasn't calling for Errol. Okay, and here we go. So when he moved up to 47, he could have became the IBF mandatory to Errol Spence, but he didn't. He went the Jeff Horn route. So if he could have done that, is what I'm saying. Like, he had all 4 belts at 140, meaning he could have been the IBF. He could have moved up and challenged all 4, any one of the 4 sanctioning bodies. He didn't do that. So if he say he's been calling for Errol Spence, why didn't he just become his mandatory? That's a duck.
Would you like me to explain that to you, fam?
No. You can explain to me. I'm just saying the facts are he didn't take that route. He could have. If he was so called. What I'm saying is, if he was so called.
Hold on, DeYoung. Let him finish.
All I'm saying is, if he was so called, if he wanted that man, he could have just easily. He was undisputed champion. He could have easily moved up and became his IBF mandatory. Simple. The facts are. It's not about my opinion, and it's not about what I think. We're gonna leave all of what I think and all of my opinions aside. I go with the facts say. The facts say he could have done that. The rules say Bud could have moved up and could have challenged any 4 of the sanctioning bodies because he was undisputed. He had all 4 belts at 140. So he could have been, if he had been, all I'm saying is if he had been calling for Errol Spence like he wanted, all he had to do, just like he went and fought Jeff Horn, he chose to. That was a choice.
Okay. Let me get him real quick. So you say you like dealing with the facts, so I'm gonna give you the facts here, right? So first thing you need to know is that At the time, Bud was undisputed. After he had became undisputed, if you recall correctly, he actually dropped the IBF belt because the IBF actually were trying to force him to fight Sergey Lipnitz. So he actually didn't even have the IBF belt to even go the IBF route, right? That's the first thing. Now, the second thing is you're talking about the rules, right? Now, the only sanctioning body that has rules where you can go up, move up in weight and challenge the champion right away is the WBO. All the other sanctioning bodies, it is.
Now, that's not true. I know how you like that. Y'all like to that's not true.
Hold on. Let me
go ahead.
Let me finish what I'm saying. It is true. The other sanctioning
that is not true at all. I've read the rule book.
Hold on. The other sanctioning bodies allow it where you can move up and be placed in the top 5, right? But they do not allow for you to become a mandatory right away. Those are two different things. Okay, because if you're placed in the top 5, you still have to fight your way up to a number 1 or mandatory spot. Meaning Bud would have had probably at least 1 or 2 fights before he can challenge the guy for the belt. Now, let me bring you here for a second. If you recall correctly, Jeff Horn had that belt, right? There's videos out there with Errol Spence challenging Jeff Horn. Jeff Horn, I want that fight, right? You recall those interviews with Errol Spence calling out Jeff Horn? We can make the fight happen? Or do I gotta pull videos and stuff?
I mean, let's fight. I mean, really nothing else to say. I mean, he has a belt, I have a belt. Let's unify.
And stuff.
You can post some videos because I remember Bud fans hating on Errol for calling. First off, Errol said he wanted anybody who had the WBO belt. So if you had it, he wanted to fight you, basically. Okay, and then a lot of y'all like to say that Errol told Bud to go get a belt. That wasn't Errol who did that.
You know, that fight's gonna happen. Hopefully he beats Jeff Horn and gets that belt. And like I said, I want to be undisputed welterweight champion of the world.
That was Thurman who said that.
Hold on. Before we take the conversation,
I'm just saying. I don't want. We can stay. No, let's stay on topic. We're gonna stay on topic.
I see you going somewhere else, but
no. We're gonna stay on topic. Go ahead. Okay, I just had to get that one straight.
Okay, cool. So, all right. So the only sanctioning body has it where you could be. So if you recall correctly, okay, Errol Spence had it where he was trying to fight Jeff Horn. If he would have fought Jeff Horn, or Keith Thurman would have fought Jeff Horn, or any of those other guys would have fought Jeff Horn, they would have became undisputed, right? And then they would have left the division. Earl already said he only got 2 fights at 147 pounds.
Hold on. If they would have fought Jeff Horn at that time, they would have. Who would have became undisputed?
Any of those, Earl probably would have been undisputed.
How would he have been undisputed if all he had was the IBF?
You don't think he would have fought Jeff Horn for that?
It's not about what I think. See, you get what I'm saying? You guys keep doing that. Y'all keep referring to what I think or not. It's not about that. It's not about what I think.
But he called out Jeff Horn, and I'm going to play you the video. He called.
If he fought Jeff Horn, all he would have had was the WBO.
Don't play that, King. Don't play that, King. That's
all he had was the IBF belt. If he would have fought Jeff Horn, all he would have had was the WBO and the IBF. That's not undisputed. That's unified.
So you don't think he would have been undisputed by now if he would have fought Jeff Horn?
If he would have took that belt, then Bud wouldn't have had it. Then by now he would have by now, yes, he would have been undisputed. If he would have took that belt, if he would have had the WBO by now, he would have undisputed.
Okay, so if Errol Spence was,
but that's not what happened.
If Errol Spence was undisputed before Terence Crawford fight, do you think he would have fought Terence Crawford?
See, you keep going. We playing hypothetics.
No. It ain't no hypothetics.
That's a hypothetical question. Do you think if those are hypothetics?
No, he wouldn't fight Terence Crawford if Terence Crawford had became undisputed before Earl was, became the champion or became on his radar. He wouldn't have fought Earl.
I'm saying, what point are you trying to make it? Because
if Earl fought Jeff Horn. If Earl would have fought Jeff Horn and basically boxed Bud out, then bro, he would have went and got Sean Porter belt. Then he would have went and got
Ugash's belt. And I've already said by now, yes, he would have been undisputed.
It's hypothetical though. Who cares?
Knockout. It's hypothetical. Wait. But this goes back to my point. It's hypothetical because that's the reason Bud went the WBO route.
No, that's not. That doesn't make sense.
Let's go back to you though, fam. What's your name again? I'm sorry. Hold on.
That's Levi. Levi, bro.
Let's go back to you, fam, because you made a statement saying Bud has been ducking for the last 4 years, right?
And I said why.
You said why, but based on the facts that have been presented to you, because we presented facts to you, fam. I ain't.
And I also we both. I presented facts myself. So don't leave that part out though.
You didn't. You came.
Don't do that.
You didn't come with factual information. You say
I did.
You said Bud could have went the IBF route, but he didn't have the IBF belt.
The fact of the matter is, Bud fans say that he's been chasing and calling Errol out since before he got to 140, and he wasn't. That's a fact.
Hold on. You're deflecting again, bro. You said that Bud has been ducking for 4 years. Yes or no?
Yeah, that's what I call ducking. If you've been chasing Errol, but you didn't petition for the IBF, to become his mandatory, then you can't. Then that's ducking.
One don't have nothing to do with the other, fam.
Yes, they do. One, they both coincide.
No, it don't. You said Bud has been ducking Errol
for the
last 4 years. That's what you said.
If Bud became the IBF mandatory or petitioned for it and fought Errol Spence, right? I wouldn't be able to say that he's ducking. Or I can't say that, oh, he's not chasing him, because they would have fought, wouldn't they?
Because that has to do with Errol ducking Bud for 4 years. We can get to that, but before we get to that, we got to make it past this whole part where you say Bud been ducking Errol. See, because
we already talked about it. You want to stay on it, and I see what you're doing. You want to just continue.
You ain't gonna change your mind, bro.
we've already discussed it. I've given you my reason, and you've discussed what you discussed, and you've given me your reasons. Let's move forward. I feel the way I feel, and you
said the way you.
And what you're saying, what you're saying is facts.
You feel the way you feel, not based on no facts. You feel the way you
feel.
But
what I'm saying is facts. You just don't want to take it for that.
But that's the thing. It's not facts though, fam. It ain't facts.
All right.
Oh, look at this guy.
You won the belt with nobody.
Horrible fighter. Horrible fighter.
He got beat by like a basic foundation.
Who mans is this? Get him the fuck out of here.
Payday, you want payday. I know that.